Hi, everyone. My name is Ivy Watts, and I'm a mental health speaker. And I want you to know that taking care of yourself during a catastrophic event can be incredibly difficult, but it's also one of the most important times to take care of yourself when you're experiencing a catastrophic event. My heart goes out to all of those who've been affected by the LA wildfires. It has been a devastating time, full of loss and fear. And during those times, it's very easy for us to dismiss our feelings and say that we should suck it up because there's so much going on, so much rebuilding and repair that needs to happen, and truly just surviving. And so a lot of times we put our feelings on the back burner. This is a time of grief, grief through loss of loved ones, which my heart goes out to you. I'm sending so much love. Grief through loss of your home, through your belongings, and through what you expected your future to look like. When something so catastrophic such as this happens, or any other catastrophic event in your life, your whole world turns upside down. So you had pictured something different for your life, but instead you have this new life that you're trying to figure out. And that in itself is a form of grief. You can feel lost, confused, you can feel desperate, and you can feel depressed and anxious. All of those feelings are so incredibly valid. And so I want you all to know that what you're going through is so incredibly unfair. It's so many times we can just have that mindset of why me? But what I want you to know is that it is okay to have those feelings. Part of grief and part of working through grief and working through catastrophic events is allowing yourself to sit in the sad. I know that's uncomfortable, but allow yourself to sit in the sadness, the loss. Allow yourself to sit in the fear of the unknown or what's going to happen to your house or to you. Allow yourself to be upset with the fact that maybe you're not able to go to doctor's appointments because of the wildfires. Allow yourself to feel that fear or that frustration or that loss that you're not able to have your typical daily routine because it's not safe to go outside because of the air quality. Allow yourself to feel those feelings. Those feelings are not just minimal feelings. They're important because they're causing anxiety and fear and sadness for you. And you matter. Your mental health matters. It mattered before this catastrophic event, and it matters even more so now. So when you sit in that feeling, even though it's uncomfortable, you allow yourself to reflect and process. So I encourage you to do a couple of things. The first thing I encourage you to do is to let it out in some way. So first, allow yourself to see that your feelings matter, that no matter what you're going through in this really challenging time, that it matters. That fear, that sadness, that anger, that disappointment, that grief, that loss, it matters. Feel that feeling and then let it out in some way. Talk to somebody, talk to a friend, a loved one. Utilize your community. This is a really big part of grief. Utilize your community. When we think about grief, we think about how often we talk about it early on and then it kind of is shut out. When you think about losing a loved one, and I've experienced this with my mom when she passed away, in the beginning, everyone's talking about it. But then as time goes on, people don't check in as much. And you want to keep telling those stories. Part of grief healing is allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to keep talking about the catastrophic event that you've gone through. So utilize and lean on your community of people who have also gone through this really catastrophic event. And even those who might not have gone through it, but are there for you and want to support you, talk about it. Even once this is all over, talk about the pain and the fear and the exhaustion that you might still be feeling, how you're going to rebuild, how you're going to restart, how your health might have been affected because of this. Talk about it. When we talk about what we're going through, we allow these really heavy feelings to get off of our chest. That is how we heal. That is how we grow. That is how we persevere. And that is how we move forward. If we allow ourselves to just stay stuck in those feelings, we won't see the beauty on the other side of this really tough time. And I know that's really hard to say in this moment of thinking about the beauty on the other side, but there's so much power in your mindset. So allow yourself to just sit in those feelings, allow yourself to be all of those negative feelings, because that's going to allow you to have more of that healing. Talk about it, let it out, and that's going to allow you to see the positivity on the other side. That positive mindset, that allowing yourself to talk about it and let it out is what's going to help you to move through this challenge a little bit easier. And with that, I also really encourage you to give yourself space to feel those emotions in the sense of allowing yourself to cry and scream and maybe punch a pillow. Those are all really safe and healthy ways of expressing your emotions of what you're going through. Again, another great way talking about it, but also expressing it in different ways. Another really great tool that's helpful for grief is allowing yourself to be grounded in this current moment. We can't change the past. We can't control the future. We can be right here. Right here is scary sometimes. I get that. It's particularly scary right now. But you can be right here. One of the great things, if you're able to, I really want to encourage you right now just to take your arms and wrap them around yourself, or if you have someone near you, just ask them to give you a hug and just close your eyes and just plant your feet on the ground if you're able and just be grounded in this current moment. There is so much fear and uncertainty around us. There is so much despair and loss. There's so much negativity around us, but in this moment, you can just be right here. You can hug yourself and remind yourself that you don't know what's going to happen. But in this current moment, you are safe. You might have lost your home. You might not know what's going to happen to your home or the air quality or being able to attend appointments for your health or your kids' school or their mental health with all this. You can't control any of that. And it's scary, but you are here. You are alive. You're breathing. You got to see another day. You are here. Giving yourself a hug and grounding yourself. Another great tool is just even putting your hand over your heart as well and just saying to yourself, I am safe. I am loved. I can get through this. These are tools that I've used in my own grief journey of losing my mom. And so recognizing that grief isn't just always losing a person. It's losing the idea of what you hoped your future would look like. It's losing your home. It's losing these different pieces of you. That is grief. So allow yourself to just take moments to wrap yourself in a hug and give to yourself that love and lean on the community of others and get hugs from other people as well. And finally, my last tip for you as you navigate this devastating time is to find moments of joy. I know that can be really, really hard and difficult times, but the one thing I want to encourage you to do is to find the light within the darkness. That is how you allow yourself to keep putting that one foot in front of the other. That is how you allow yourself to get unstuck, to rise up from the ashes, and to know that even though things are really difficult right now, you've gotten through really difficult times before in the past, and you will get through this too. You just have to believe it. So finding that joy helps. I encourage you to dance. And I know this seems so difficult to do when things are so heavy, but just put on your favorite song and just dance for 3 minutes. It allows the rest of the outside world to melt away and just to have a moment of joy and peace and serenity and to just forget about everything else for a moment. When you're in such a catastrophic event, your body is in fight or flight. And so often you're either freezing or you're trying to figure out what you can do to fix the situation. You're never really resting. You're never giving your brain that chance to just stop and to calm down. And so I really want you all to have a moment to allow yourself to just be, to just allow yourself to be in this current moment and to allow yourself to enjoy because you deserve that. Even though there's so much going on around you, you deserve to still find the joy in every single day that you get to be here. So I understand it's a really challenging time, but my takeaways are make sure that you are feeling all those feelings. All the feelings that you have are valid. Feel them, sit in them, cry, scream, yell, and talk about it. Don't leave it all on the inside. Journal about it, talk to your community, to your friends, talk to yourself, but get it out and keep talking about it. Even when this is fixed and repair begins, there is still a lot of repair that needs to happen within you as well as externally. So allow yourself to continue to talk about the loss and the grief and the sadness and the fear that you have. And then allow yourself to find joy, moments of joy. Like I said, I'm a big advocate of dancing, and I know it's easier said than done, but that's something that's been so healing for me over the past couple of years, and particularly in the last couple of months as I've been struggling. But I just encourage you to find your joy and know that no matter what, you are not alone. What you're going through matters. My heart and love and hugs go out to all of you. And I'm here for further conversations, for grief coaching, to support you through this healing coaching, and we will get through this. Sending you all my love and know that your mental health matters. It always has, and it always will.